Good morning. I'm Andy Myers at Weiss Research.
I'm Jen Amos, and this is your morning market alert for Tuesday, December 7th. Stocks are set for big gains at the open after President Obama announced a tentative agreement with Republicans. The deal will extend tax cuts for all Americans for the next 2 years and renew unemployment benefits for millions of people.
Markets around the world are also sharply higher. Germany's DAX and the broad Stoxx Europe 600 index hit their highest levels in more than 2 years, amid reports that the Irish Parliament will approve a tough new budget. However, the European bond market is still tense after finance ministers failed to agree on new measures to tackle the Eurozone debt crisis. The IMF had called for a larger fund for bailing out struggling nations or the creation of European bonds to raise capital.
The major markets across Asia finished with solid gains, despite concerns that China will raise interest rates again this morning. Investors are expecting the move ahead of Monday's data on November inflation. And commodity prices are moving higher as well. Gold is rising to a new record high near $14.30 an ounce. The precious metal is riding a 6-session winning streak that's pushed its value up by more than $50 an ounce. The rally prompted HSBC to upgrade Goldfields from neutral to overweight. Meanwhile, crude oil is jumping above $90 a barrel.
The $45 billion bailout of Citigroup 2 years ago is paying off for taxpayers. The Treasury Department is selling its 2.4 billion remaining shares of Citigroup common stock for a total of more than $10 billion. After the sale, the government will have realized $57 billion from the bailout package, a profit of about $12 billion. JP Morgan reiterated its overweight rating on Citigroup after the deal, and Deutsche Bank named it its top pick among U.S. large-cap banks.
Lots of technology companies in focus today, including the biggest name on the internet. Google is rising 2% in the pre-market after Morgan Stanley added the stock to its best ideas list. BMO Capital rated Google a new outperform and set a price target of $700 a share. Meanwhile, Morgan Stanley raised software maker Red Hat to overweight and called Applied Materials a long research tactical idea. Shares of Akamai Technologies are also rising ahead of the bell after Jefferies upped its price target on that stock from $45 to $60 a share.
Autozone is jumping more than 2% in pre-market trading. It reported a 20% increase in quarterly earnings, topping Wall Street estimates. Also keep an eye on the healthcare industry today. Insurance giant Aetna is buying MedCity for about $500 million. MedCity makes information exchange software for hospitals and other health providers. Meanwhile, Morgan Keegan raised HealthSouth to a new outperform, and Goldman Sachs resumed its attractive rating on U.S. drug retailers, including CVS Caremark, Rite Aid, and Walgreens.
Another big mover this morning may be the Dutch consumer product maker Unilever. It's surging 4% in the pre-market after Morgan Stanley boosted its rating on the stock all the way from underweight to overweight. In other news out of the consumer goods sector, 3M boosted its earnings estimate for the year, and Bank of America upgraded both Smithfield Foods and Weight Watchers to buys. But Deutsche Bank cut its rating on Brown-Forman to hold.
Finishing up with the media industry, UBS is predicting that Viacom will increase its share buyback program, but 2 movie theater chains were downgraded by Merriman, Regal Entertainment and Carmike Cinemas. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a great trading day.